Development of a new global age of aviation. Cultivation of globally minded citizens and promotion of human and cultural exchanges. Realization of a more prosperous and peaceful society. JAL Foundation was founded in 1990 based on these concepts and has continued to serve the public for the past 26 years. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to share the highlights of our activities during the 2016 fiscal year. The JAL Scholarship Program, which was launched in 1975, invites college students from the Asia-Oceania region to Japan each year to enhance mutual understanding through workshops and cultural interchange, and to develop future leaders of this region. A total of 47 sessions have been held since its launch, and as many as 1,564 college students have participated from overseas. The theme of the 2016 session was Pictures of the Future of Asia and Japan, and 26 international students participated in the program, including 2 students from the Union of Myanmar that came on board for the first time. 22 Japanese students also joined the program. The Tokyo program started with a keynote speech entitled Future View of the Function of Mass Media by Professor Yoshiyuki Hashiba, formerly of Sophia University. To better understand the current situation in Asia and Oceania, which is a prerequisite for this year's theme of Pictures of the Future, each scholarship student made an introductory presentation on their own countries and regions. Then, the students were divided into groups where they decided how to proceed with discussions and final presentations. In order to deepen their understanding of this year's theme, the students conducted various field studies and obtained first-hand experiences and knowledge. Through the help of the ISEC Japan Committee at the University of Tokyo, students had an opportunity to tour the Harajuku area and also to visit Skytree and the Ryogoku Kokugikan Sumo Arena. At the Tokyo University campus, students experienced origami, paper folding, and writing prayers and wishes on paper strips, tanzaku, for the Star Festival, Tanabata, a few elements of Japan's traditional culture. Also, with the cooperation of the East Japan Railway Culture Foundation, the students visited the Railway Museum in Saitama City and learned the history of Japan's railway system that supported the modernization of Japan. As one of the major events of the JAL Scholarship Program, JAL Foundation holds the Asia Forum in Ishikawa program, in cooperation with Ishikawa Prefecture and the cities of Kanazawa and Hakusan. In 2016, as in the previous year, scholarship students participated in the dynamic Abare Matsuri, a fire festival, on the Noto Peninsula, where they viewed large lanterns and were given a chance to touch some votive lanterns. The students enjoyed this taste of Japan's traditional culture. On the next day of the festival, scholarship students experienced the traditional salt-making process and then attended a get-together party to meet with students from Midorigaoka Junior High School in Suzu City, Ishikawa Prefecture, where they deepened friendship through exchanging handmade name cards and making tanzaku for the Tanabata Star Festival. In the Hakusan City program that followed various historical events on the Noto Peninsula, the scholarship students experienced Shinto worship at Shiroyama Hime Shrine. Afterwards, they learned about haiku from members of the local haiku society and composed haiku themselves, which helped to deepen their understanding of Japan's traditional culture. The next day, the students made a courtesy visit to the mayor of Hakusan City and experienced a Japanese drum performance. In the afternoon, they also experienced watermelon splitting, Japanese bon dance, and rice ball making. At the end of the exchange party, many scholarship students and Hakusan City residents felt it hard to bid farewell to each other. Toward the end of the program in Ishikawa Prefecture, they stayed in Kanazawa City, where they experienced various types of cultural activities under the theme for further development of Ishikawa and Kanazawa, the same theme as in the previous year. Afterwards, together with the Japanese students from local universities who joined the program at that point, scholarship students conducted field studies and lively discussions in 4 different groups. Achievements of their studies and discussions were presented at an open symposium on the final day. After the forum, the scholarship students joined the International Exchange Festival, presented their performances, and deepened friendship and exchanges with the local residents. At the closing seminar in Tokyo, based on the results of their studies and workshops, the students held group discussions on the main theme, Pictures of the Future of Asia and Japan. The students presented their achievements at an open symposium on the last day of the program. In addition, toward the end of the program, we were able to hold a get-together party involving this year's students and those of program year 1986, who were visiting Japan for sightseeing and also to hold their own 30-year reunion in Japan. During their homestay with volunteer host families of JAL Group employees and retirees, the students further deepened their understanding of Japan through exchanges and first-hand experiences of Japanese daily life and customs. Since 2013, JAL Foundation has been organizing alumni organizations in various countries and regions in hopes of encouraging former JAL Scholarship Program participants to maintain their ties to Japan and our foundation. We're striving to promote friendship and cooperation among the former participants who are playing active roles in various fields around the world. During FY 2016, we held reunions in Tokyo, Singapore, Taiwan, and Delhi. In Tokyo, we had the biggest group ever, with 38 former Japanese participants and 23 former foreign program participants. In the Singapore reunion, there were as many as 46 former participants, which is about 30% of all the Singaporean graduates of the scholarship program, and they shared their individual memories of the program and their thoughts toward Japan. With an aim to promote exchanges among younger generations from Japan and South Korea and contribute to better relations between the two countries, an exchange program was created for Japanese and South Korean junior high school students, initiated in 2015 to help commemorate the 50th anniversary of normalization of Japan-South Korea diplomatic relations. In 2016, with a view to concluding the program, we invited 8 students from Gangbuk Junior High School in Daegu City to Wakayama City to have a reunion with 8 students from Fuko Junior High School in Wakayama City and spend 5 days to renew and further enhance their exchanges and friendship. A big reception was held at Fuko Junior High School. To memorialize the event, students planted a magnolia tree, a symbol of Daegu City, South Korea. In addition, the students experienced ninja activities at Wakayama Castle, as well as Japanese-style tea ceremony in a quaint tea house. In the latter part of the exchanges, as part of their field studies, students visited Nanki Shirahama Adventure World and experienced an overnight stay at Koyasan Temple Lodging, Shukubo. Sharing every minute together, students were able to further deepen exchanges. On the last evening in Japan, participating students held a heartwarming farewell party. When they parted the next day, the students were smiling at each other, vowing to meet again. It is our wish that through haiku, children all over the world not only understand Japan and its culture, but also share their emotions and feelings and deepen mutual exchanges. And also that children living in different countries come together through haiku. With that wish, JAL Foundation has been promoting the Haiku Project over the years. "53 years ago, in 1964, the year of the Tokyo Olympic Games, Japan Airlines held a haiku contest in the United States as a means to introduce Japanese culture overseas. Since its founding in 1990, JAL Foundation took over that activity and has hosted the World Children's Haiku Contest every 2 years for children all over the world. More than 680,000 works have been submitted to the contest from 52 countries and regions since the first contest. Award-winning haiku in each contest have been published in book form as Haiku by World Children in the following year. The 14th haiku contest was held under the theme Morning for 2 years, from 2015 to 2016. Through the Japan Division and the World Division contests, more than 26,000 wonderful works were submitted from 36 countries and regions. In the 14th contest, Ireland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Nepal, Portugal, Romania, and Senegal held their own country division contests for the first time, and award ceremonies were held accordingly in each respective country. All the prize-winning works from both world and country division contests will be uploaded on the JAL Foundation website. Selected haiku and artworks were published in Haiku by World Children, Volume 14, Impressions of Morning, in November 2016. They're also posted on JAL's electronic book Sky Manga, the in-flight entertainment service on JAL's Boeing 787 on international routes.
「作曲にあたりまして、この地球歳時記夢の歌を題材としてお使いいただいております。
子どもたちの感性を受け入れながら、なおかつその
With the hope of making the World Children's Haiku Contest known more widely through song, we had composer Teruaki Suzuki compose a female chorus and two groups and piano entitled The Dream Tree, based on the picture book Haiku by World Children Volume 13, Impressions of Dreams. When Seisen Junior and Senior High School music clubs executed the piece for the first time, as per our request, the audience was enchanted with the music that brought forth a clear image of trees of dreams, bearing colorful fresh fruits of dreams. With a view to further expanding the World Children's Haiku Contest globally and promoting understanding of Japanese culture as well as international exchange, JAL Foundation sponsored Bologna Children's Book Fair, Haiku Koshien in Matsuyama, a tournament-type contest among high school students, Kusamakura Haiku Competition in Kumamoto, and the Japan-Russia Haiku Contest. In cooperation with the National Institute for Environmental Studies, the Meteorological Research Institute JAMCO Corporation, and Japan Airlines, JAL Foundation has been participating in a project to monitor atmospheric concentrations of greenhouse gases with monitoring devices installed on commercial aircrafts to obtain basic data in order to clarify the mechanism of global warming. Currently, CME, Continuous Automatic CO2 Measuring Equipment, has been installed on a total of 8 Japan Airlines Boeing 777-200 aircraft and 2 new longer-range 777-300 aircraft. With this system, we have been able to gather more frequent, extensive, and reliable observation data. In order to obtain professional advice to make this project truly productive, JAL Foundation has organized the Committee on Promoting the Earth Environment Observation by Scheduled Flights, comprised of leading experts in academia, industry, and government. The committee meeting for FY 2016, which was the first year of the third term of the committee, was held on April 20th, 2017. Environmental issues are attracting close attention on a global scale today. JAL Foundation will continue efforts to stimulate people's interest toward the environment through more reliable observation, as well as easier to understand presentation of the results. With the aim of fostering young women and men who can think and act from a global perspective, JAL Foundation has been engaged in a program named Lecture for Globally Minded Citizens in cities around the world since 2003.
宇宙で誕生日をお祝いしたことがありますか？素晴らしい質問です。
In FY 2016, the session was held in Sydney, Australia. In the 22nd session held in Sydney, we invited Mr. Soichi Noguchi, JAXA astronaut, who spoke at 3 locations: Sydney Japanese International School, a local girls' high school, and the Japan Society of Sydney. First, at Sydney Japanese International School, he spoke to about 300 students under the title Welcome to Space. At Pymble Ladies College, a local girls' school, he spoke in English to about 750 Australian students under the title Working Together Towards Sustainable Space.
So easy that every astronaut can understand.
And finally, at the Japanese Society of Sydney, he spoke to about 100 members on the charm of space and international cooperation in space, among other things, under the theme International Cooperation of Astronauts in the Asia-Pacific region. During question and answer sessions, Mr. Noguchi answered a variety of questions in a gracious manner, providing the audience with an impressive learning opportunity. Since 1994, JAL Foundation has conducted an annual study tour to airports overseas for junior high school students. This is part of events celebrating Japan's Aviation Day, September 20th. In FY 2016, after touring airport facilities at Narita International Airport, 5 junior high school students flew to Seattle, Phoenix, and Los Angeles, USA. As part of their study, they toured control towers, airports, and in-flight catering facilities in these cities. In Seattle, they observed the facilities of the Boeing Company, the world's largest aircraft manufacturer, in Everett, in the outskirts of Seattle, and were treated to close-up views of Boeing's new 787 Dreamliner on an assembly line, and Japan Airlines Phoenix Flight Crew Training Center. In addition, they met and had deep cultural exchanges with local students. The students also learned about the various kinds of work at an airline company, from airline staff and cabin attendants at airport facilities and on board their flights. Through this study tour, students have learned that many people are involved in operating aircraft safely, and that safety in aviation is supported by not only high-tech machinery and computer systems, but also by many skilled professionals. Other training programs sponsored by JAL Foundation include an internship program that provides work experience for international college students who are studying Japanese language and culture overseas. In FY 2016, we hosted one student from Beijing Foreign Studies University in China as a trainee. Through her work experience as a staff member at JAL Foundation, she deepened her understanding of Japanese customs and culture. Since 1990, we have hosted 36 foreign students in this program. By request from the East Japan Railway Culture Foundation and as part of their fellowship program, JAL Foundation conducted study sessions on safety for young employees of railway companies in Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Mongolia, Myanmar, and the Philippines. In coordination with Japan Airlines and its global network, JAL Foundation will continue its international exchange program and other public interest activities in order to foster globally minded citizens. We highly appreciate your continued support.